I found an insane lockdown build here on NBA 2K24, and if you guys don't already know, lockdowns are crazy OP in this game right now. So if you're looking to make a lockdown build, this might be the one for you. As you can see, I can pull up from deep, get blocks, get steals. This build is absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and get into the builder. All right, so for the position, you want to go shooting guard, height 6'7", weight 233, wingspan max at 7'4", and I'll explain why in a minute we want to go max weight, but let's go ahead and get into the stats. So to start out, we're going to start with finishing. Now, obviously, this build isn't meant to finish like anything crazy. It's not going to be dunking over people, but there are some important stats we want to look at. So for the standing dunk, you want to go 72 standing dunk, and for the driving dunk, you only want to go 50. Now, the main reason we're doing a high standing dunk is so we can get rise up on bronze. You need to have a 72 standing dunk and I believe a 60 vertical, but we have plenty vertical. We'll get to that in a second. But for the standing dunk, you want to go high standing dunk because I lab this up a lot, and you really don't need a close shot. You really don't need a driving layup. As long as you have a high standing dunk, you're going to be getting some really good standing dunk animations, which we'll go over at the end of the video. But I'm telling you, once you're under the basket with this build, you're going to get a standing dunk pretty much every single time. So let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Now, obviously, we can only get a 79 three-point shot, but this is good because a lot of the thresholds for some of the good bases in the game come at 79 overall. So once we get that 79 three, we're going to be chilling. You'll see in a couple of these clips right here, I can shoot just fine. If you know your jump shot, you got your hot zones, you'll be chilling. You see, you get blinders on silver, catch and shoot on silver, Deadeye on bronze, Agent 3 on bronze, and a lot of other silver good shooting badges, especially silver green machine. That is key because I talked about this a lot in my other videos. Green machine is one of the best shooting badges in the game, so getting that on silver is really helpful. And you see with sharp take, I can shoot from half court, and if I can shoot, I think you guys will shoot good as well. And I also have a good jumper that I've been using at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But I think a 79 three ball, especially on this build where you get a ton of defensive stats, is really solid. And then obviously for the playmaking as well, we're not going to really have a lot of stats. The main thing to look at here is 70 pass accuracy, so that we can get bronze dimer and bronze relay passer, which are good badges to have. And then you see in these clips, once I get a steal, I have enough pass accuracy to get the ball to my teammates, and with that bronze dimer, it's definitely going to help out a little bit. But I think with a 70 pass accuracy, especially for a build like this, you guys will be chilling. So let's go ahead and get into the main part of this build, which is obviously the defensive stats. You see we get a 72 interior defense, 94 perimeter defense, 99 steal, 87 block, and good rebound stats as well with an 83 defensive rebound. So you see with this 94 perimeter defense, we get gold clamps, 94 feet on Hall of Fame, ankle braces on Hall of Fame, challenger on Hall of Fame, fast feet on gold, pick dodger on gold, and it is really solid having all of these defensive badges. I've been having a ton of fun just going up ripping people, and obviously, like I said, lockdowns are really OP right now, and honestly, I don't think much is going to change because they made an emphasis in this game for lockdowns to be good. So I think you'll be chilling all year with this build. And obviously we get Hall of Fame glove, Hall of Fame interceptor, and Hall of Fame right stick ripper with 99 steal. And I don't even have these badges on Hall of Fame yet. Like, I couldn't even afford to get my steal to 99 because it costs so much. But once I do, I'm going to be getting even more steals, and it's going to be even more fun playing with this build. And you see with the 87 block, I make sure to get 87 blocks so that I can get gold chase down artist, silver anchor, and silver pogo stick. Gold chase down artist is honestly really good. And then obviously for the rebounds, I went with an 83 defensive rebound, 76 offensive, and I went with 83 defensive rebound so that I can get silver rebound chaser, which is a really solid badge to have. I've been snagging with this build, so you definitely want to get that 83 defensive rebound so you can get rebound chaser on silver. I think it's really solid. So let's go ahead and get into the physicals now of this build. You see we get an 85 speed, 77 acceleration, 90 strength, which is really important on this build, 80 vertical, and 99 stamina. So let me tell you why I went with a 90 strength. The main reason I went with a 90 strength is so that we can get gold immovable forcer. If you guys don't know, this is a new badge in the game, and this allows you to bump the crap out of people. It's really insane. You can get some crazy animations, especially using 94 feet and this badge at the same time. You literally just bully people around the court. It's actually insane how good this badge is, and it is why I went with such a high strength and such a high weight. And you really don't feel that slow. You feel really fast on this build. So I would definitely make sure you get that gold immovable forcer. It's absolutely insane. And you see, once we go ahead and make this field, we get shades of OG Anunoby, Tony Allen, and Mikal Bridges, and we get a 3 and D threat. Now let's go ahead and get into some of these animations I've been using. For the dunks, you see I got the basic rim grazers on. For the standing dunks, very important, two-hander, under basket regular, and then under the rim pull section, you want to go with the pro under basket rim pulls. These are the best two in the game. The other two give you some really weird animations where sometimes he'll throw it behind his head and you get blocked, so make sure you put on those dunk animations. And then for my jump shot, you see the jump shot I've been using. I think it's pretty solid. I've also been using push timing with this jump shot, so definitely let me know in the comments what you think about it, and definitely make sure you put on a motion style on whatever player you make. For this player, I've been using Kawhi Leonard, obviously because I'm a lockdown. This helps you slide even faster, run even faster, so definitely make sure you're putting on a motion style for whatever player you're working on here in NBA 2K24. And then for the last part of this video, I just got clips on clips of me showing just how good this build actually is. And this is with all of my badges pretty much on gold, as you'll see in the top right. So you can only imagine what this build will be able to do once I get all of my badges on Hall of Fame and all of my stats maxed out. Now, a lot of people are saying lockdowns are crazy OP. Now, I will say steals are kind of OP right now, but at the same time, I know when to time a steal and I know when to not reach. I get a lot of reaching fouls on this build, I will say that, because obviously I'm trying to get as many steals as possible. If you don't know when to time a steal, you're going to get a lot of reach-ins, but if you know how to time a steal, that's when this build is definitely going to help you out a lot, because you obviously get a 99 steal. So when you're timing it right and you're doing what you're supposed to on the defensive end, you're bumping people like crazy, making them lose stamina. You wait for them to square them up, as you see in a lot of these clips. I'll bump them around, and then once they stop dribbling, that's when I'll hit square. And most of the time I get the steal because I have such a high steal rating. And like I said, I know when the best time is to hit square and get that steal pretty much every single time. Now, like I said, you do get a lot of reach-in fouls if you don't know what you're doing and you're just going in there spamming square. Now, obviously, there are some animations that probably should be toned down a little bit, because I'll just be running up people and just randomly tap square, like this one right here. I squared them up, and that should be a steal. But there are some animations that are just kind of OP, which they'll probably end up patching, but even if they do, this build's not going to change. It's still going to be hella fast on defense. It's going to be able to bump people around with that gold immovable forcer. And you see right there, I squared him up, I bumped him around, and then I just reached, went down, popped a 3, and greened it. Like, this build is actually insane. I think my favorite part about this build has to be the gold immovable forcer. You see, like, people can't even get past me sometimes. I'm bumping them so much. That's where the strength come in. That gold immovable forcer is just something different. And then when you can just green shots like that as well, once you learn your jump shot, you're going to be an absolute defensive menace. And you see right there, that's probably one of the ones that's a little bit OP. Like, I didn't really even square him out right there. I just kind of tap square and got the steal. So there are some parts of this build that probably need to be patched, but hey, if they don't patch it, we're going to be chilling and locking people up all year long, baby. So let me know down below in the comment section if there's anything you would change about this build, anything you would improve, and let me know if you end up making this build as well. But that's going to wrap it up. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one.